Namaste everyone. Let us go to the next video lecture on economics. Today's Swami Vivekananda quote is, "Conquer yourself and the whole universe is yours." You need to conquer yourself. You need to conquer your negative emotions like anger, hatred, attachments, and then the whole universe comes to your feet. What is more important is you need to conquer yourself. Don't blame anyone. Don't blame the external environment. You need to correct yourself. The only thing you need to do is not to blame anything outside but to correct yourself. When you start correcting yourself, when you start seeing your own faults and making corrections in your personality, I think one day you will roar like a lion and the world will be at your feet. That is what when Swami Vivekananda says, "Conquer yourself and the whole universe is yours." నిన్ను నీవు జయిస్తే విశ్వమంతా నీకు స్వాధీనమవుతుంది. స్వామి వివేకానంద. Okay, let us move on to our next concept in economics, monopolistic competition. So monopolistic competition is defined as a market setting in which you have large number of sellers selling differentiated products. What is the difference between monopolistic competition and perfect competition? In perfect competition also there were large number of buyers, but they were selling homogeneous products. In monopoly, a single seller was there, and in monopolistic competition, you have large number of sellers selling differentiated products. What do you mean by differentiated products? So there will be differences in products sold by different sellers. For example, you have tea, you have Brook Bond tea, and you have Taj Mahal, you have Red Label. So you have different brands of tea. So you have large number of products, tea products, but each product is differentiated. It has its own brand. So that is the meaning of monopolistic competition, in which you have a large number of sellers selling differentiated products. So each product is unique and different. Now, let us move on to the next section in our video, price and output determination in monopolistic competition short term. This is same as that of monopoly, which I've explained in my earlier video. So let us go through it once again. If you see, the air curve is again shown as a slant line. Here too, a firm can decrease its price similar to monopoly because the products here are differentiated. They are unique. So here too, a firm can decrease the price so that the output is increased. See, if you see this air line, this is actually the price line. When I decrease the price, you see the output is increased. And why is the output increased? Because here too, the products are unique, they're differentiated. So that's the reason why even though I decrease the price, I have increase in output. This is similar to monopoly because here too the products are unique, they are differentiated, and this is airline and this is MR line, which is slightly below airline because that is the additional revenue. And as I told you earlier, for getting the maximum profit, maximum profit, marginal cost equal to marginal revenue. So this is the MR line and this is the MC curve, and they intersect at point N. To get the cost, you need to extend it to average cost curve. So I extend it to average cost curve and it meets the curve at point M. So MQ is my cost. And from point N, if I extend to airline, it meets airline at point P. So PQ is my revenue. And profit is revenue minus cost, that is PQ minus MQ. PM is my profit. And PM into output OQ, the shaded rectangle gives me the profit region. So PMP to P1 is the profit region which is given by the shaded rectangle, and that is the profit region. And P1 PQ is the price here and OQ is the output. This curve is similar to Monopoly, just explained in my previous video. Because the products there are the single sellers in Monopoly. Here though you have different sellers, but still each product is unique. So that's the reason why you have the same curve in Monopoly as well as Monopolistic. Now let us move to monopolistic competition in long run. So initially the AR curve is AR1 and the MR curve is MR1, and as I told you, you get the maximum profit when marginal cost equal to marginal revenue. So LMC curve cuts the MR1 curve at point M, and to get the cost you need to extend it to average cost curve, and when you extend it, it intersects the LSE curve at point T, and TQ2 is the cost. And from point M, if you want revenue, you need to extend it to AR1 curve. So when you extend it, it cuts the AR1 curve at point P2, and P2Q2 is the AR1 revenue. So TQ2 is the cost and P2Q2 is the revenue. So revenue P2Q2 is more than TQ2 cost. It means that there is more profit. So when there is more profit, more number of firms join the industry, and that's the reason why if you see the AR revenue curve drops down. Why does it drop down? Because there are more number of firms entering the industry and the market share, the profits come down per each firm because more number of firms have now entered into the market, and so the revenue comes down. And now the new revenue curve is AR2 and the new marginal revenue curve is MR2. And MR2 intersects the LMC curve at point N. And you see, AR2 curve is in such a way that it is tangential to LSE curve. So now, MR2 curve, the new marginal revenue curve, cuts the LMC curve at point N. And if you extend this point to average revenue curve AR2, it is P1Q1. And you extend it to LAC curve, it is P1Q1. So here cost equal to revenue, and that is the equilibrium point here in monopolistic competition. And that's the end of this video. So finally, conquer yourself and the whole universe is yours. Don't blame anybody, don't blame anyone, don't blame anything. You correct yourself. You see what can be done from your end. You be unselfish and you will move the world. Jai Swamiji. Thank you.